All right, lesson 2.4 is writing equations of lines. Now, when you're writing equations of lines, there are two formulas that we need to talk about. First of all, the first one is the slope-intercept form. And if you'll remember from when we were graphing this formula will give you two items, hence where it actually gets its name from. It will give you the slope and it'll give you the intercept. Now, remember when we were also graphing equations, there are actually two intercepts. There are two axes, so there gives you two intercepts. There's an x-intercept and a y-intercept. The slope-intercept form gives you the y-intercept. Okay. Now, in this problem, the y and the x are both variables that need to stay, because as x changes, remember y is constantly going to change. So how do we find slope? It's simply the coefficient of x. The number in front of x is your slope. The y-intercept is your constant. Okay, this number out here that does not have a variable attached to it. Okay, the other formula is the point slope form. Okay, the plane y and the plane x will remain x and y just like they do in the slope-intercept form. Okay, determines as we plug in x, your y value is going to change. M is your slope. M always represents slope. And then the x and the y is a point. And this is where it gets its name, point slope form. Okay? Because in the form you can get a point and you can get a slope. Now, a couple of things that you need to keep in mind are that whatever the sign is, it's going to be the opposite. So if you'll notice here, this says minus x1. Then the point is actually a positive. So whatever this point is right here, it's actually the opposite that goes in. Okay? And we'll show you how that works. All right, but first of all, when you're writing the equation of a line, you need to determine which formula are you going to use. Are you going to use the slope-intercept form, or are you going to use the point-slope form? Now remember, it all depends on what information is actually given. So write the equation of a line that has a slope of 3/2 and a y-intercept of -1. Well, since they give me the slope and they give me the y-intercept, then I'm going to use the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Now remember, slope is m. So in this case, slope is going to be 3/2. And your y-intercept is b. So since it says the y-intercept is -1, then your b is -1. And the next step is simply just to plug in those two variables into your equation. So y, remember y and x stay as they are. Y equals m is 3/2. X stays as an x variable. And since this is a -1, we're actually going to make this -1. So the answer to this one would be y equals 3/2x minus 1. So this one, now they do change. Now this one says write an equation of a line that passes through 2, 3 and has a slope of -1/2. Now since this one actually gives us the slope and it gives us a point, we're going to use the point slope formula. And remember, the point slope formula is y minus y sub 1 equals m parenthesis x minus x sub 1. Okay? And remember, the m is we're going to substitute the x1 and the y1 for the point, and we're going to substitute m for the slope. So in this case, our m is -1/2, and our point is 2, 3. So we substitute those in, y minus, and remember it's 2 -1/2 x minus 3. Oh, shoot. No, sorry. Put the points in the wrong spot. Y is 3 and our x is 2. So I get y minus 3 equals, we distribute, because all we're going to do, this turns to 1, and then we add 3. So y equals -1/2 x plus 4.